Hello again. The top of the hour has just finished, and Jim's new guest isn't in, but his 11 o'clock guest from 10 to 11 is here. And your name is?
Maria Judge.
Now, Maria, you have a new book about your uncle, Jake Hanna, which you have in your hand. It's Jake Hanna, the rhythm and wit of a swaggering jazz drummer.
Swinging
jazz drummer.
There's a bit of swagger there, too, I think.
Well, if you're doing jazz, you got to swagger a little. Tell me about your uncle.
My uncle was a great jazz musician. I'm actually, rather than having me tell you, I'm going to have some of his friends tell you. So his friend Howard Alden, who's a great jazz guitarist, said, "This book is full of humor, honesty, and wisdom. Three things that were always present in Jake Hanna as a person and always in his music."
Now, when did he stop playing jazz?
He started playing when he was 7 years old in St. Brendan's Drum and Bugle Corps in Dorchester, Massachusetts.
So he's a local guy.
A local guy, born and raised in Boston. Started playing professionally when he was 13 because during the war, it was about 1944, during the war a lot of the musicians were off in the service. And so he started getting gigs. He'd go in and play at some of the big jazz clubs, or the little jazz clubs in the big theaters in Boston.
Sort of like the young guys who got a chance to play baseball while the major leaguers were gone.
Yes,
in the same
idea.
And I take it he caught on. I understand he used to play for Merv Griffin.
He did. He went into the Air Force, played in the Air Force, came back to Boston, studied at Berkeley. Never finished at Berkeley because he got busy and started working. And in the mid-'60s, somebody approached him about playing on Merv's new show, and he wound up playing there for 10 years.
Now, what attracted you to this story and his music? Do you remember it when you were younger? Did he used to play when you'd go over his house, or would you go and listen to him play places?
Well, we used to go hear him play. So he just died a couple of years ago, 3 years ago, and so, but I certainly heard him play for many, many years, and it was the combination of his talent and his humor that really created this story.
And just for those who like albums and such, here are some of the albums that you can find his music on. Jake Takes Manhattan, the Concord Super Band here, the Hannah Fontana Band with Rosemary Clooney. Some of these I'm sure are available via CD. And the book is available at Amazon and so forth?
The book's available at Amazon. It just came out recently as an e-book, too, which would have horrified Jake, who was not a very technologically inclined guy.
Well, he's going to be more horrified because very soon it'll be available at the Fireside website and probably my own as well, as soon as I get a chance to put it up there.
Wonderful. But yes, it's available at Amazon. Some of the bookstores in the Boston area have it. The Berkeley Bookstore, Bookends in Winchester, Porter Square Books has it, I believe, and of course on Amazon and on your ebook reader.
And final question, Maria, what prompted you to write the book?
Jake was a great storyteller and a very witty guy, and people have been repeating his stories, telling them and retelling them, and telling their own stories about him from the time he was a kid. And so after he died, I very much regretted that nobody had collected his stories, and I decided to do that.
You were going to do it yourself, yeah. That's the spirit. Well, Maria Judge, author of Jake Hanna, the rhythm and wit of a swinging jazz drummer, thank you very much for your time.
You're very welcome. Thank you.